So the the subject, the Mahamudra, can be explained in two parts. The one is the with respect to the sutra, and one with respect to tantra. And with tantra, then it's connected with the highest yoga tantra, and that was already complete. And as a matter of fact, the Mahamudra, with respect to highest yoga tantra, is connected with the practice of the completion stage. So actually, the teachings on the Mahamudra with respect to highest yoga tantra can only be given to those who are already initiated, but then those who do not have proper understanding of the generation stage, then it's also impossible to have a proper understanding of the completion stage.
So
tonight is always will concentrate on Mahamudra, the great seal, with respect to sutra, and so here the meditation which will be discussed is slightly different from the one that he had already explained. The meditation on Mahamudra with respect to sutra will be done with the samadhi, or with the concentrative absorption that one has achieved by way of calm abiding and special insight. So this is done. This meditation will be done in the sense that one's mind is free from different agitations, like the mental laxity and excitement. And then, as it was already said before, there are two possible ways to do it. One is to seek, to look for the proper view by way of meditation, and the other one is to seek or to establish proper meditation by way of seeking the proper views. And so here, the aim of the meditation is not going to be a very easy one, very simple one. So in India, that you have already seen that there are the four schools of Buddhism. The first two schools, the Vaibhashikas and the Southern Trikas, they do not accept the subtle emptiness, subtle selflessness. So even the one school of the Chittamatrins, that who follow the quotations of the word of the teaching, they even then do not they do accept the emptiness, but they do not sort of accept it the free of inherent existence. So even the Madhyamika school then is divided into two schools. The one is the Prasangikas, and the other one is the Swatantrika Madhyamikas.
Ranju Tony, Demba Madu, Shilu Sumadu, Tantamar Madu Sigo, Nagasun, Chibori. Tanda de Tarayo, Kadlo Don Chibori.
So the Southern Trika say that when they come to speak of emptiness, they say that this does not sort of is established in true existence, and not also established by way of their own character.
Rangi Tsinji true, Ramuni true, Rajinji true Sigori.
Though they were Ranju nuns.
Major Ranju Badamiro Ali Kanga Dilo, don't you worry?
Rantinji true, right? No. So the Southern Trika say that the emptiness is established by way of its own signs or by its own natures.
Tanju Ogani, Ranjiji Madu, Rangun Madu, Rangi Tsenji Madu, Dembar Madu, Tantamar Madu, Shilu Madu, Trujalo Meba Kelimur, Tashu, me Rivas of Shu, Tanju, they Kona Yomari.
So the view of the Prasangikas, they assert that the emptiness, the nature of emptiness, is not established by its own nature, not established from its own side, not established from its own character, not established from its own power, not established in the true existence.
Sim Zambagi, Chirujitur, Meba Kelimur, Shiva Dendru to Kelimur, Chesa Cheka Kelen Cheka Penkemano, Chirujitur Meba de Ranjiji Mebet, Tanju Melu no in the Shingumari, in a sense of many don't get the Konani, Tony Javior.
The Shiva Dendru Sumra.
Shiva Dendru.
So the Chitta Matrins, the one school of Chitta Matrins, then they say that the consciousness, the type of consciousness has its own established existence, true existence.
Ranju Chutaja Dembar Madu Sigori, the Tony Chutaja Dembar Madu, Tony Javari, the Raji Madu, Tony Chamutim Kele Matuva Inza. The Chireju Reva, the Tabe Salean to Sayamari.
The Southern Trikas, they make a definition here. They say that although the emptiness then does not have the true existence, but they do not accept the subtle emptiness. So therefore, because of that, there's no way to achieve the highest goals with this view, which does not accept the subtle emptiness.
That in nature, the Sinzambe Debe Tonya Te Gomini Chanchu Simche, Chanchu Simbaina, teaching Jolam, Solan Chimbo Zebatu and Sayori, Solanalia, Jolana and Sayomari. Jebede Tagaroni. That Jolanalia, there's one Tanju Tawatima Meba de Mabala, and Jolanalia, Sayomari, Palantoya Yomari.
So what happens is with the Chitta Matrins, so when they have this view that they could sort of proceed on the path and to become a bodhisattva by way of entering the path of accumulation, and but it's impossible for them to enter into the path of preparation, and there's no way for them to achieve the path of superior, because of the view which does not accord to accepting the subtle aspect of emptiness.
Tabeda lang gomni be gongje kenge lamba yorba lang le shode lang la shode nge timemba de tijemba seadi timemba de nyetu da ranje ni je zhute chan de tijin re kuni nyetu ine donye ke madoba palang togu mari ranje ine donye madoba palang togu mari nyetu ranje jangsin kanglo susu lam de gongni tarba togu re jazan donye ke le mori zhuta ma timemba singin Giorda Temenior, Tilla, Nietri de Temesiade, Giramo, Lodivanishi. Lamla Shuba Temembadi, Nietri da Ranjenishi. Quinini, to protect in Omari, Omaba Ivananja Yazitenjo Zayat, Halam Ledu Hawiori, since our Yushiche, Negabjila.
So his Honor said that whatever path that one follows, either that of the Sarvakas or the particular Buddhists. So they have to accept subtle emptiness because that they have the possibility to achieve the part of superior, and they have the opportunity to understand the emptiness in its entirety. And so even though they belong to the lesser the vehicle, but they have nevertheless this great opportunity to understand emptiness. And but then with respect to the capacity of their mind, then when they come to this sort of understanding of the emptiness, then they are already quite close to the greater part, like the part of the prasangikas. They are quite close to that.
Truta mawa nyetu chida mawa don do deba ni chanchu simba yundu khabore. Tishenki lang laya le dunga yundu khabore di ribe gune tonye di kele ma shenpa che, di ma doba che. Chebe gune chanchu simda niji shimu gongke yogu do khabore.
So
re de rimbu ma to ba ya jolan ya rono tonye dogu ma ji tishen solan tonye dobe che songe yore da kangshe.
So there could be persons that who, from the point of view of the tenet or kind of view they propound, they could belong. They belong to the schools of the Vaibhashikas and the Southern Trikas. So that's they are the followers of the lesser vehicles, but they some of them actually make use of some of the altruistic methods, such like the to follow the conduct of the bodhisattvas. At the same time, they remain a follower of their schools, such like the Vaibhashikas and the Southern Trikas, and but the so it is possible to find among those followers the ones that who actually follow the conduct of the bodhisattvas, but yet remain to be follower of the lesser vehicles because of the type of view they propound.
다 알리 텐데레 담망시에 고야 면도 지라 뭐와티 망슈르 야갈라 맹해마 템바 유디 지라 망그리 데레 도데바데 뇨그리 센자바 데레자 뇨그리 오마바 뇨그리 탄주어 셴도 뇨뇨레. So his Honor says that one cannot completely say that the followers of those vehicles, like the Vaibhashikas and the Southern Trikas, one cannot say that those do not have the compassion and the bodhicitta, because since they practice the four boundless meditations, but yet they do not sort of posit the great compassion which we speak of, and it's only from the point of view of their own tenets, their own system of school, they do not assert the subtle aspect of the selflessness of the person. And so in the former times, the Vaibhashikas school of Buddhism, they have the largest number of followers, and then after that the Southern Trika school, so they have less sort of followers, and then the Chitramatins, they have even less followers, and then the Vomapa, the Madhyamika school, had even less followers, and especially the Prasangika system had the least the number of followers. Sin zamba da omaba nyira re tichemawa sin zamba de keba chimbu tobebe chanchu simba chimbu shira yore yore de tomba ni de keleng yo ma yo ribe na ribe tela pa tu yo ribe do raba yore yore de koran zuge tanju wen de tomba ni chamu de mare sigi yo mare 단주 동네 참모된 거네 자네가 동네 참모래디 코랑 로르베 또 두고요 말이야 리베 랑그 서체는 나한테 두고 말이 정거 말이 델레 신장배 다와 지금 인스체네 단주에다가 야구 인발라 랑은 만전이 샤샤기요다 배치어.
So now with respect to the great vehicle, that there are two schools which belong to that great vehicle. One is the Chitamatrins, other one is the Madhyamika. And so among the Chitamatrin schools, they had produced many great masters and very learned ones, very great scholars. But since they cannot sort of they are not able to posit the subtle the aspect of the emptiness, and at the same time they do not sort of refute the view propounded by the Prasangikas. They say that simply it's not possible to bring that understanding, so without doing any refutations.
신상배 개발침부터 섬지미 제법 개조 인이 지다양 돈도 가리 미션디 거수 신상배 따와 벤진 캐리 너무 지라마오리 개조 인이 대바침부 상제 가면 스겐제리 좀만 바바 토메도 빙자리 아마지거리 대에서 바바 토메 지선장고 배모주 조네 대바침부 신도 수인제네 홍위 가는 게 저는 두고요 말이야 인이 쉐버요 아니 갈래 가르쳐내베 이니 대바침부래야 조네 신자마리 신자마 제네 배문도디 좀 상지지가로 하던 대바침부가 말인바 대배 추들베 니바침부 사샤스자니 지선장고 쉐마데 자자 대바침부도 응아자가 대바송요로 공 샤바리티 제주 종송의 개로 로베 이니의 권세 니바스베 상제 니바로 지을 지고요리. So
for example, one of the examples of the Chittamatra, one of the examples of Chittamatra is the great master Vasubandhu. He at the beginning he was a follower of the Vaibhashika school of Buddhism, and at that time that he had even sort of despised certain teachings, saying that this was not taught by the Buddha. And so thus doing a lot of criticism of certain teachings, saying that are not authentic Buddha's teachings. But then finally he by very skillful method of his elder brother, the master Asanga, then he could not make any debate with his brother being sort of very learned, and then gradually he changed his view from the Vaibhashika to Chittamatrins. So he became a follower of Chittamatrin school, and and then for having so much criticized the teachings of the Buddha, so as a means of confession or purification, he wrote 500 the great commentaries of the teaching. So he, the great Vasubandhu, he was at one time known as the second Buddha, because of his great learning. And when he wrote a commentary to Maitri Buddha's the clear realization of the clear realization ornament, he wrote a commentary with the view of the Chittamatrins.
Rangi maba tsoche ni shija nangi yinba la yanda tena number 2 shija nangi yinba siyadi chutanji rangi nirwa shibe danya to nangi shibe danya to troba ni nongi to khana je tela phabe ondu chen zong yor de chen da mendawa ji ge yini ge den chu den la phabe lo de mendawa ji tin sang pen do chi shu sin sang lo ge dawa den la phabe zhangmin na lo yini de be shira ge be pen do chi chi ju yor re de kong be ke ja ba le de ni Tibetan be do de ngaja ge de ba zong yor dari sang ni zoza de ja kong so ba zong ke ba ne ba che zai de lo gu ju xie tsin jamba yenda mirachi yore karika di jes che song yore.
So he was a very great scholar, and the way he presented the whole the view, the system, the tenet of the Chittamachan, the school, and Vasubandhu, his contribution in this respect was very great, and he wrote over 500 commentaries. And one of the greatest works that we find is the text that he wrote on Abhidhamma Kosha, and so we find that that his writing is very, very clear and very lucid and very to the fact. And then he even wrote the 8 divisions of Karika.
Ane lobe inyege ngombala hajang kyabu yinza ngaransube nza lingji lingchen tongsunju tongchalu njilu kebe namja tsu kangolo inyege sungade ngombe lo sungyore.
So he was sort of a specialist in the field of Abhidhamma, the transcending teachings of the Buddha, and his presentation of the world system with the 4 continents and then the minor continents and the aeons and so forth, and all these different details were very, very clear and very to the point.
Tamu chiramaje tebachima sanje kakhema lengeje ane pinja gema thome jisu jamba lo juni suru ni shezi keba chimbuche be pendida nanandi shinda suje zabulinge tebachimbe temba nu debade yaso tende sane jeni ndo nogo be pinja le aka thome halo ni be lo juni kawache ni be tingezi du diamandu tabe trothang yamba chigi be longchen je ku je zung sha se ne tando ya to sung yore en ju mo ko ba ba thome shelo tu ne nani ya te ba chimul shu yong du je ne sha ba che korani ama chi bari je zan nya du shu de du kong mo ba la khe bu shi ta re ba ba thome ba lam to sa re je zan yin zhe ba gong lo ko yin be njo bo yore to ba me ba sung to go yore ba ba thome ga le nang go yore.
So this great master Vasubandhu, he was at the beginning he was a follower of the Vaibhashika, but then at that time that he even didn't accept the teachings of the Buddha of the great vehicle. He had criticized and despised these teachings, and then after the great success of his elder brother Thogme, the Asanga, and then he did a lot to propagate the Buddha's teachings, especially with respect to the great vehicle. And he said that his elder brother had tried to achieve the meditative stabilization, but he failed, he said. And then also that he had composed a loads of text which could be sort of could be loaded on an elephant, and such amount of text that he had written, his elder brother, and saying that his brother had gone in a wrong path. So he made sort of many criticism of his elder brother. But when they met, then so they sort of went through certain debates. And in the debate, that Vasubandhu was also a very good debater, and he was very swift and he was very fast. And Asanga was always very, very slow. But then gradually he changed his mind. So he turned from the Vaibhashika school to the Chittamachans.
Papa told me, Konani Josala, Pachuji, the baby Jijori. Papa told me the baby the connection was Korabija Gemala. And told me, Moshi is Zivari. Choked Ziva Tagalan Sonsunj, Moshi Shiraran Tajamana, Tuma Dagasumara. Pego Gabin do Sumare. Listen, Pego Gabu Mare, Jugo Gabu Ejore. Korangoshi Omare.
So what happened is at that time there was a cow, and so that cow was pregnant, and then Vasubandhu asked his elder brother Asanga that what kind of calf this going to give birth to. And he said it's going to give birth to a little calf with white spot on the forehead of that calf. And then he said it's not that, it's going to have a white tail. And what happened is that actually the Vasubandhu did not have any clairvoyance to see what type of calf is going to be born. And Asanga had already developed certain amount of power of clairvoyance, but he did not sort of check properly. He simply said something that came to his mind. So when the calf was actually born, it happened to have a white tail. So what happened is the one without the power of clairvoyance, what he said turned out to be correct.
And Tommy called some Cassinjang drinking and when she get away, they walk over on Amequanala. Can't you so soon? And she not the Denver is yours. Chino got the Pego Gabatumaris. Chino Taji Chigumaris, when she get Lamsa Pego Gabatumaris. Now when she or my Chino gets at the charge and showers. When Benala, Junala, Pego Coban did, Pego Jugu Pego the coach and those go watch a day or it's Pego Cabo Jugu go in Tungumari, Cabo de Jugu in Bangetti, Chino gets at the shower is. Hajungi Cabuji.
So he said, Asanga said that strange that I checked it already through my power of clairvoyance, and it was really the with white spot on the forehead. And then what happened? And then his brother said, Vasubandhu said that I checked exactly what he said, and when the baby is inside the mother's womb, then she usually is there with the tail to the forehead, so sort of the forehead covering with the tail, and so therefore that one sees the white spot. So I said in that way. So as a matter of fact, the Asanga, he was a very highly realized being, and already become a great superior being. So with the direct understanding of the emptiness, and his brother Vasubandhu, he knew that it is correct to have the view to accept the subtle aspect of emptiness, but he thought that just by accepting that without a proper ground, it is dangerous that one might fall to an extreme of nihilism. So therefore he waited for that. So another master, Chandrakomi, that he was also a very great master, and so many statues had even spoken to him, like the statue of Avalokiteshvara and Taras and so forth. And he was very learned in every field of learning, like the tantra, and also in the writing and poetry and so forth. He was a very good scholar, but he remained a follower of the Chittamatra school of Buddhism, and he knew that the views being propounded by the prasangikas, the Madhyamika, was very deep, very profound. He knew it was correct, but he thought it is safer to remain as a follower of the Chittamatrins.
and China Gade Pavas. Not the Indian yours. China Suimbas, not Guineji in Joe. Guinea Suimbas. And Guinea not send a commissario. Maria Tombo, Chokari Shingu Joe. Mega Shingu man, Jabet Shingu Joe. Ya, then Jabet Shin, Dogani Shingi, Imbareza, Chozuna woman mad on Joe. Mrs. and a commissario is. Jenny Cabba Shimburi, some Jimmy Chavajiri, Tobos of Bed and Digumari, Maria Sojabu, Chanato Jush.
So then this great master Chandragomi he went to a monastery, and that was the monastery of Master Chandrakirti, and so he was staying he stayed there outside, and then he met Chandrakirti, and then the Chandrakirti was a very great master of the Prasangika system of Buddhism. And then he asked that who he was, and he said, "I'm just a simple upasaka, just upasaka." And then he said, "What did you know? What have you learned? What sort of things you had learned?" He said, "I've learned the tantra of Manjushri, Jambat Senje." And then so with that it came to his mind that this could very well be Chandragomi. So were you Chandragomi? He said, "I'm Chandragomi." So in that case, then you just wait here, because that we have to give a reception. You have to be received warmly in the monastery. So he had to wait there outside.
저는 침바이 인자 저런서 길롱수 나 침바야 수가 수는 리그 말이었어 거의 티슈 한다 어저고 대 리그에서 내가 먼저 타위어 손네 한 신다 콜지 간란 잡에야 고지 되네쇼 대 저로를 주사줘서 전적 고미절 주주 매망게 때는 더블 카셰치 세방지 아니 되네쇼도 뒤돌아야 더 진이데 다 강한 잡에야 되네쇼고 여배서로지 잡에야 저로 전적 고미 주요 이제 되게 된다리 도시야 되는 쇼. 되는 쇼도 전적 고메게 제배야를 더베 쇼가지게 되네. 제somber. 정산 더바데베 년아 야부 시부지요니 제배야 투년의 군덕게 누스마 배년 셰 군덕게 우드마 조조치 조모데 조조요 고메데나. 아니 저버 나와타마 코노니 지 심바츠마시 지 오마텐조치 저네 나와타마 케마라 버려.
So what happened is then in the meantime, Chandrakirti was a disciple of Nagarjuna, great master Nagarjuna, and the other one was the Chandrakomi was a lay Buddhist. So with the ordination, with the vow of the Upasaka, one particular type of vow of Upasaka, and lay Buddhist. And then, since it was not proper that a lay Buddhist to be received by a procession of monks, and so they got an idea. So first they brought a chariot, and then with a statue of Buddha Manjushri on top of that chariot, and then behind the great master Chandrakomi, he sat behind the statue of Manjushri, and then with few monks there. And then so in this way he was received into the monastery. And then as this procession went on, the Chandrakomi, he composed a praise, some verses of praise to Manjushri, and he did it in such a way that it was a great surprise, and even to the statue of Manjushri. So he started to turn around, and the statue's neck was a little bit sort of turned in this direction. And then after that, then there was a debate between Chandrakirti and Chandragomi, and in that the Chandrakirti sort of he lost in the debate.
Chandrakirti maza, Chandrakomi 제리를 가디셔 다 손님에 줘봐 근데 그랬어 제리스게 장소도 수는 손님 내 로쇼 근데 지스 배 배제 지기요真的고민라 안는 더 잡아야 하는 파바 니림만 제슬러버시 제리 누구 공주 말아 저도 서 꼰대 제주니 제리 조지마사 자가리요르디
So what happened is then that was the Chandrakirti he could hardly sort of believe that he had lost in the debate, and then in the meantime the other master, he stayed in a temple of Avalokiteshvara, and then so the great master Chandrakirti, so he went to see what the Chandrakam was doing in the temple. So just to take a look, he went there, and when he looked through the door, he found that Chandrakami was receiving some teachings from Avalokiteshvara, the statue, giving some teachings, and with the showing with the fingers, and then you do this and that debate and sort of things. They were talking together, and then he sort of went directly into the temple and told to Avalokiteshvara, then please do not be discriminative.
Tema Ganyu, Tema Gandhi Papa, Tema Ridi Yordan, Tia Ken, Konojusa, Lacon, Duma Yord, Drumela Conchir. This is a Pamala Mapu, Mare Sarungu Mare Sam, Pugu. Jizan to want to show you in the Tema K. Jizan Lu, the room Major Nisumari, Yang Lu, Yang Disumari, Yang Lu, Kanga Kono Choju Mara, Kanga Jizan to Machal Puri, Yosen Disumari, and Jizan to the Paman de Masu, which is a mover good. And you know, soon to Chromo, Lonia, which is main change logos in the soon chamber. The next has an Kavashim shoot or Jula.
So the reason that why he was so learned is that when he was when he was a little child, then he at one time that he was going to eat some piece, and then so before he started eating that, he started to make an offering from that, one pieces to the hand of Tara, the goddess Tara. There was a temple with the goddess Tara in it then, but these pieces didn't stay in his hand, it sort of fell to the ground. And then he put the next one, again this fell to the ground. So finally there was no left for him, and then he started crying. And then at that point the statue began to speak to him, said, "Don't cry, I will bless you."
Mahamudra didn't have a young shares in the Mahum, the Mahumban and Pendo Chimbo Yonsune, Yadan Jubari. Sender Trumbas Mida, Tinson. Tina be true to Tung in the river sayings. Tinson Jaga or Trumba Magosha Sagmane, children say Omar.
And then sometime then he wrote a book, sort of in a very poetic way. And then he saw another book written by another master, so that had sort of very much impressed him, and he thought that his book will not be of any help. So he threw his book into a well somewhere at Buddha Gaya. But then later he was told by Manjushri then he should take it out.
Tindeki Keva Shimbuchi Jung already Tawa Senzambe Tawa Javamado, Tonya Chamati, Cheche Tomari. The guys and that look member in the Tonya Chamo de la Vejuna, Chetala Tombe to one do soon, Ali Tencha in soon, Hill Senzambe Tavache, Chachu to Simche, Chachu Simple Sobache, Tibachim Julan, Shoka Lakalani, Oma Tanju Tavati Comune, and Yalang Juvenori.
So he, what he did is actually, this great master Chandrakomi, he was very learned, but he didn't try from the very beginning to with the views of the Madhyamika system of school, and he said that it's possible that through that I might fall into an extreme of nihilism, So he first went on developing the bodhicitta, enlightened state of mind, and so when he in this way that he proceeded on the path, and when he came to the point of entering into the path of preparation, then he developed the viewpoints of the Madhyamika school.
Jagawa jusu tante, bhava trasu tante, Jagawa rang ju tante, loka tobu mare na trota chabutsule ceze tongu mare, susun junsu basu chigiyori. Bhava trasu tante, bhava sang kari yawari san, jana manyo te ceze tongu yori, sa bhava chulu shijalo tenjuwari. Shena ma shena tongba jen kwar ceze tongna, lang tosa ndoda ngada, dwa yaba chenpu shada ji shega chigiyori. Bhava tsuge?
So his Honor says that there's a big difference between the Indians and the Tibetans. And Indians, that they first would consider their own capability and to think that whether one is really capable of doing this and that. So according to that, they make the decision. But on the other hand, the Tibetans, then they make the decision very, very easily, and they would try to get the best of it, and so they try in this respect without properly sort of examining their own ability for that. So that's why even among the Tibetans, those who do not have very great learning, but nevertheless they speak a lot about the emptiness.
Tibetan chaja chimbu shegure. Chaja chimbu da kasan sheya denganzo chachen zochen se chachen dire. Temarazu chachen se keda shibu cheru majeru sanga ji goji chachen on shugu ken damsi sungu ken. Ane sajung mambu chen shugu yage dire. O naruda bani jebe chachen dire. Tishu tsarire. Chana dari me dulu gi chachen shegu dunye rangri. Tenza dari 가서네 바세브라 마슈 다른 모르지 말에 신금에도 오마슈 그냥 사바 카셰레 요한다 다다리는 사바 먹으셔 가리요네요 둘로 인자 자그래 또 많이 셰쇼 그래. So besides that we speak of the Mahamudra, that is one of the highest the essential points, and then this is divided into two. And one is connected. The one part is connected with the secret mantra, the mantrayana, and so for that there is a need to first to take the empowerment, and also to get through the accumulation of merit, and also the purifications, and the type of teaching that we have heard on the Mahamudra is directly transmitted from the Master Naropa. And so this is already complete. So now the second part is exclusively then from point of view of the Sutrayana, that is related to emptiness. And even though this subject is something very difficult, and his Holiness also himself doesn't know exactly how to explain that, it's very difficult, but it is it has got to be explained, because that otherwise then it remains. 다 버버 자수도 되어 인자 다 지제 주바 아메리카스의 버베 주셔되어 인자 강가 자수도 되어 버렸다. 지제 아메리카 강가 버베 도마르와 저도 자수도 되어 버려. 강가 버가 되지버리. So
like the Tibetans, even the Westerners that who take teachings from the Tibetan masters, then have similar sort of attitudes like the Tibetans, and want to try to get the highest and the most profound teachings.
주스 동다메 메다 동에서 마셔네 동네를 채세 동기 인식을 대인자다 야부래 내가 집어도 시다 야부래 줄은 내가 집어 쟤네 제루래 콤바수군이 제대면이야 야부수고래 제대면 봐봐는 얘네만 콤바수사라고 말해.
So his Honor said that it's sometimes it's like that one is trying to achieve something without having proper sort of grounds or the basis or the foundations. But if one is like building a house, then first there's the need to have a very firm foundation or the basis for that.
다 차친 자원하게 치들라 동보된다 티천라 주버 고나 중심처럼 가장 치자 마인베 정도 신체 내된 자스 사지 템발라 마주와라 차친 주신 조신 수련도 사요 말이 아니 테바 침불라 마주와라 테멜라 차친 조신 요 말이 다 템발로 슈고레 테바 침불 슈고레 템발로 슈고는 정도 가장 치자 마인베 정도 문에 전에 줄 제고레 테바 침불라 슈와라 자주 신주만 마인베 고고요레
So so before that one takes the teaching on the Mahamudra, then there are certain the procedures that one has to get through. The one is that one has to enter into the Buddhist teachings, and that is by way of taking refuge, and the other one is by developing the bodhicitta, this enlightened state of mind, and because that since the teaching of Mahamudra is not to be found in the teachings of the lesser vehicle.
Chiloge bomba tumbani kawa tumbani zögide na zöne donye yabuji tome ganshide kachide shedure senju ngosia singwete zene tumbani de tonggo de tongwala chosa dijong goguyor스 sabe ya jiwala lyugore sagore chugore demen sabe ya gojuone go kambu jajan jigumare da na jing chosa dijong goguyore ani yejenbong 동샤단 대회 자차 강원 당원도 지버리 주로 시작을 지버리.
So the here with respect to Mahamudra, that for this that there is the need first to see the true nature of the mind, and that means to understand the emptiness of the mind. And if one goes to debate all the time with some external objects like the vase or like the pillar, and to speak of the emptiness with respect to those different external objects, it will not help. The best thing is to turn to one's own mind and then to solve these problems. And this is done by way of accumulating merit, and by way of accumulating merit and doing purifications. And it is like when you plant a seed, then you have to give a lot of things for it in order to make it grow, like the manure and then water and so forth, in order to make that come out. So likewise for the development of the precise understanding of the nature of mind, entity of mind, that one needs to do one has to do the purification that is done by way of reciting 100,000 times of the mantra of Bodhisattva, and also performing prostrations combined with the recitation of the 35 Buddhas, the prayers of 35 Buddhas. So all this common preparation for that is exactly the same in all the 4 schools of Tibetan Buddhism.
다나지 심지에 삼고동 삼로동의 심이 줘가지고 마도 가는 데만 장게 뱅거 말이 가는 데만게 뱅거여는 넘버다 담아야 상에 제주고 날 주제 동시에 쉬도 그 자제 동제 사자 그래 콜로 돈 데무고 연주무고.
So His Holiness said for the first thing is to take a refuge, and for that we have to recite the verses or the formula of taking refuge, which is like the Namo Buddhaya and so forth. And so if one does it just verbally, then even that one can use a tape recorder, and one can sort of play it all the time for a long time, and very easily that you can get hundreds of thousands of those being recitations done by the tape recorder. But this sort of thing will not help. It is to be done precisely, and also the generation of the body mind, something to be done from the depth of one's heart.
다 정도 제발로 정도 주 지바 지자다 텔레조는 뭐 공조를 여바 예비치 이시지 대바 제와 송고 대바 진부 거서 제와 되면 거 교육원 송고 디저수 유비 전생 생고 된 저순도로 텔레 저순도 수 넘버 2라 소바 강가 마신에 개람보고는 저순도가 되다 한 정도 하자치다 생고리야 강가 라리치 차례 신도 거래.
So the way to take a refuge, according to the great vehicle, that one has to have certain costs for taking refuge, which include to develop certain fear or the fright from the dangers of the existence, and then one has to have very strong faith and confidence, the trust in the three jewels, and then the third factor is that one has to have compassion, and then there's also need to recognize precisely the object of refuge, and then the different manners of taking refuge. There are 6 possible manners, and also that one needs to study what type of precepts that one takes by way of taking refuge in the three jewels.
자주 심주라 제발라 민족의 삼바주만 많이 받시제 대가라 마시 전전소 준비 명아 누구고네 로종는다 다진야지고네 로종는다 어디에 가롱 지제는 자주신 배주만 많이 받죠네 마존에베 뇽어튼 토버지 고그래.
So before that one is able to generate the body mind, enlightened state of mind, then it must be preceded by generation of the true renunciation, and then also that one needs to generate body mind by way of the 7 cause and effect, such like the recognition of all sentient beings as one's mother, or the other tradition in which that you exchange your own position with others, and this is to be combined with the amount of experience that you achieve through this training. So His Holiness says that you already have heard about this and you already know about this. So it is something like he doesn't need to explain details. It's like sort of reminding you for the things that you have to do with respect to the practice of Mahamudra.
예전 봉대 롱카부리 얘기자 말은 뭐라고 이난 동도 예전 봉도 상이 뱅고 말이 도지스마 공시행고 무슨 배장 제시행고 녀부도지 총고 대마선에 되버다고 말다 제가 녀부도 이게는 저도 신제니 대지도 저베여바 신진도 전체 미제냐베 나를 도베도 녀부군도 집에도 스토지부도 마선에 너데베 너바상기다. So His Holiness says that the lot of students are reciting already this long mantra of Bodhisattva, and it is difficult to get 100,000 times recited very soon because the mantras are very long, but the reciting of the mantra alone will not be sufficient. One needs to visualize precisely the Bodhisattva, and then visualizing that the different the purification methods, like the coming of this nectar and the rays of light from the body of Bodhisattva, and purifying all the negative imprints. And then one has to include in this practice the 4 antidotes, the 4 powers, and otherwise the imprints could not be purified. And then so these antidotes are, the first one is the taking of the refuge and the generation of the bodhicitta, that is the first antidote. And then the second one is the antidote of repentance of what one had already accumulated as unwholesome imprints. And then the third one is the determination and not to repeat those mistakes. And then the actual practice. So one has to include all of these 4 antidotes. 다 예전 되고도 도지심바 공고리 도지심바 공은 다 공당 생고리 다 공배고도 대신 저 이내 베제다 28도 매고 통화제 소요리 내가 나je 매 산제 근지 공내 예담다 랑가라마 예매바지 고 준비제고 고라 샤라르바 매바 공동 최지 고라메스 줄리고 떠바나요 다나시 줄이 배 주mer 줄이 도지청 고노시 다나시 꼭 찍어배 쭉 구배수로 매와 셴의 손에 라 주주 줘도게 토라더니 시 대세 사매 시기 대세 이슈사지고네 여보 틀에 그 틀에 나머지 루던제 되고 데레지기 성동 거 사제 공유.
So when you meditate on Vajrasattva, then it will not be enough to have his body visualized, but at the same time that you have the sense of uniting the Vajrasattva with that of the spiritual guide. So the two that are of one nature, and fully endowed with all the great the signs or the marks or the characters of a Buddha, and then being the illusory body, and then with all these different qualities of physical qualities, not only that the physical quality, but also all the great qualities of the speech. It's not sort of like a statue without the possibility to make use of the speech, but it's sort of a very living form, and with 64 different melodies, and also the mind with 24 great qualities, and with the 4 different qualities of the activities, and in such a way that you have to visualize in a very living form of Vajrasattva as your spiritual guide. And also if you would recite the prayers to 35 Buddhas while doing the prostrations, it's a very powerful means to purify unwholesome imprints.
Ta jangdo sinje yija cha ta lame nenjo re lame nenjo sunde de la kar to ngin chi to ngure de ta shida to ya su ju mare ma su chulu ji la to be chu chenge su chulu ji ge en pe che o gi ni ta 우전 무치다 저 무치 내고 요로 우전 무치라 소다 게 이나네 우전 유지 농정사 배매기사 돈불라 야생 초공으로 배원 주네 시 고로 초지들의 전리도 시 무릎 배원 세정 세제요 순대 세제마 전로 침부리 안 장고라마 대해 내매서 되지 미즈마 지고 고고마고 가네 있네요 근데 지도 봐 제발라 아니 라마 모션 거래 라마 내주 제발라 라마 모실로 두손 산제 탐제다 이메 자벨라마 니네 순대 양양자 송동관데 라마도 아주 말한소단 가냐 샤단 차기베 콘데케 차단 모송 요케 베 랑다 지바르 지상도 되는 진로 요마리 랑글라마 산제 그 주바 임바상 상도도 자그리 랑글라마도 산제 다 이르메 제네 되니베 라메 내주고니 전에 살로지 돈의 생활을 더 지기이나 라메 내주리 디제된 공로 미바고 사종고 사종 마제나 돈이 도고 말이.
So the third point is the practice of Guru Yoga, and there you have to recite the different prayers to your spiritual guide, and this is always same in all the 4 schools of Tibetan Buddhism, and there are verses which could be recited as a prayers to one spiritual guide. And if a person would like to do it with respect to Guru Rinpoche, the Padmasambhava, then there are 8 lines of praise to that. And then if one does it with respect to Je Rinpoche, then there are also similar prayers, different lines which could be recited, such as the Mimitse Tejencheres and so forth. And so when you do these recitations, you have to recognize your own spiritual guide, and in a way that you do not have ordinary conceptions with respect to your master, such that his body have been this ordinary substance like the flesh and the blood, and then full of the afflictive emotions like the attachment, hatred and ignorance. And if you have this type of attitude towards your spiritual guide, then there's no way to receive any blessings. And if you think that your spiritual guide to be an emanation of the Buddha, then it's slightly better. But if you think that your spiritual guide is Buddha himself, and sort of not any difference between the Buddha and your spiritual guide, then that is the best way, the most effective way to receive the blessings.
다 상황 단제에 도무 마임베 차chen 베 차제 친구 생活 트러블 제발라 하는 가상 쉬야게 가주 지금 멜라리벨로 다부 취지 다부 가주 취지 사자가 로스전에 셴바지지 길로가 로스전에 랑존나송 세아르도 뭐뭐 고고도와 두 고고래 다들 놀로게 동네 인자 리바야고 제 배차야고 다 야부치 사준 되게 셰바츠 고래.
So he's only said that if somebody would like to combine the practice of Mahamudra with the Tantra, then he could do it with, as it was explained yesterday, that if somebody would like to follow the Kaji tradition, then he could follow the doctrines taught by Tabu Rinpoche, who was a disciple of Milarepa. And if somebody would like to follow this practice with respect to the Sangha tradition, then he could follow the doctrine in which one frees himself from 4 attachments. And if one would like to follow this practice with respect to Gelu tradition, then he could follow the 3 principles of the path, such as the renunciation, the bodhicitta, and right understanding. And then now with respect to the Sutrayana, if one would like to study, to learn and to practice Mahamudra, then first that one must do certain amount of accumulation of merit and purifications.
다 오늘 동반이 되게 자제 친구들 동네에 있어도 다 하루고 동네에 다 놀고 동네에 가가지 와이면 너무 상그래. 요 말이 돈이 집어리 타라요 말이 서블요 말이.
So he's only said that when we speak of emptiness with respect to Sutrayana or Tantrayana, there's no difference. It's exactly the same as far as the emptiness is concerned with respect to profundity and subtlety and so forth. It's exactly the same idea.
돈이 집어리 도캔게 유전들 채노가 가서 유전들에 의세 차이 생기지 의세 동반자다 이메도 전도고도 다들이 말하면서 심고도 되어리 내지지 되어지다 여말 의세치다 가네요 여말에 되네 도주 돈이 집어리 돈이 집어 인자 놀고 돈이다 하루고 돈이 가서 가요 말 다 된데 되네 돈이에 심지 못을 해야 되라 심들 채요 다 파제티변 놀고 돈이 세고 못 줘용도 주라시 마루에 쓰던 못 제주를 마도 심고라 의세당 내지기 되어지다 못 줘도요 말이 의세요 말이 내지기 되어요 말이 용사요 말이 단도 용도요 말이.
So when we present the emptiness with the viewpoint of Sutrayana, then we do not speak of these in context to the clear light and the simultaneous release and so forth. So what we speak of the emptiness with respect to Tantra. So here we try to present this to our mind in a sense that we understand the lack of true existence with respect to the emptiness.
다 돈이 고야 될라 시리즈 버리치면 명아리 용전리도 송게명아 용전리도 송게 뭐데 돈이 지림바다 배동어도 지림바니 유산에 뭐데 돈이 지림바 되지.
And so here that we speak of the 3 different presentations of the emptiness with respect to the most elaborate form, and then the middling and the lesser, the possible ways of presentation of emptiness.
녀도 라제 장세 참말로게 타바토와라 공부야데 마도는 미리야 돈이 대랑리. 다 오늘 장세다 녀들이 제벌 매월에서는 제벌 요리. 장수 신배 돈이 될라 리베나로 타예고는 될로도 또바 자치어요. 녀주고 돈이 또바 장근 리비요. 탑 자치미 싱글 장수 신배 버리 쳔바 죽을라 소바 장수 신배 쥐바 자침발베 개바 점에 송고 초사고리. 랑상제 개바 지기 초사고리. 점에시다 고마리. 녀주고 세력 송고 초사고 지어송. 어디네기 체지요리. 신제조 탑기 체지요리. 도주 동년을 쳐버려요 말.
So, so he's only said that the followers of all the different vehicles, like the hearers and solitary realizers, then if they would like to achieve the liberation, then there's no way to do it without having to gain the understanding of the emptiness. But when the emptiness is being presented according to the Bodhisattva part, then it is done in a very elaborate way, with a lot of reasonings to establish that. And then with respect to the lesser vehicles, also that there's the need to have the support from the altruistic method to bring about the understanding of the emptiness. And for the solitary realizers, it was said that they need to accumulate a merit for 1 aeon of time. And for the Sarvakas, that they need to accumulate merits for 3 generations.
Jesus sabenji soyala parishenta sangala tawe yiwa sheba me. Parishimbe truje le labe tawa yona ne tadi trube chendon juru. Truje yina chebre mes. Si sebu shrayore. Sajabenti dagi song kangalo sije re de si sebu shada songre. Bena sajage nirindugo 개발 주바 개별 술란 주바 세아두고 동성로 세아두고 강가 시세부 요래 제가 파젠 대바다 성하게 대발 동반이 잘아요 말 지발 하리.
So his Honor said that the explanations that you find by the Sakya masters, such as like the Sakya Pandita, all these verses with respect to the emptiness presentation are all very, very clear and very well presented. And there are many the texts written by those great masters, such as the part of the learned ones and the commentaries on three vows, and all these are very well presented.
조기 손나라 조지기 손나라 동네 강기 도시나 대신시베 롱대시 전에 덴바 제바이 루루 도만 다자이 델레 주베 담반라 상제 유지 신도메스 다 동반이 지다와 이제 출바다 제와데 고불루루 수치요 고불루루 마페 공라 대바침부 덴발 다차 손 좋네 대마 농샤버 페차 이시메 자동 소라 콘스바 메자동 이게론즈바세 야갈 대바침부 다손 좋네 한 대바침에 대바 냠수 하는 거로 상제가 롱대바 나셔 소주 베데 유도네 손에 되면 되면로 심배바데 소아되는 마샤니 루루 롱대 루루기 신다 수이죠 롱대바 나셔 거로 전에 공기 신다 수이체 리조 조라 소좀 상제 대바 세반제 로 주자 주버야.
So what happened is for the teaching of the great vehicle, that there were it went through 3 great encounters or 3 great defeats, in the sense that the teaching of the great vehicle was 3 times sort of completely eradicated by the great enemies, and in such a way that they have destroyed all the temples and they have killed all the monks of the followers of the great vehicle. And then at a certain time, as Buddha had already given his prophecy of the coming of this great master, Nagarjuna, and then he appeared, and then he did such a way to propagate the Buddha's teachings of the great vehicle. He wrote many commentaries, and 6 commentaries on the Madhyamika system, and he lived 600 years. So one of his last disciples was Chandrakirti. So this great master, then he had already had this motivation to take a rebirth as a bodhisattva on this earth.
Deva Sise dan Oma Jubani Zayori.
And
Mahamudra Yori de Zoati de Nire.
so as a commentary to Nagarjuna's text, 6 texts on the Madhyamika system, that Chandrakirti wrote 2 well-known texts. One is the clear words, that's one commentary, and the other one is the entering of the middle way. So these are the 2 most well-known commentaries.
Sanga Rimbanga Yenaja Savar Zebatella, Drense Dan, and Drensen Zayori, Drumaseva.
And then Chandrakirti also wrote a very well-known commentary on the Secret Mantra. So that was the clear light, the clear lamp, or the clear lamp of a light. So that was on the exclusively on the Secret Mantra. And so what we had already translated into Tibetan from the Indian sources, there were 5 great masters belonging to the Madhyamika school, and so but there then were many others who have written many more, but then those were not translated into Tibetan language.
Jagar Randa in Keba Mambu, Tindachi or the Keba Mambu, Trushan Mambu, De Nala, and just the Otabak in Zebe, Namla Nida Nida Sala Sevani is Jen Peshes.
And so in those days there were many great scholars and Mahasiddhas in India, and then the commentaries written by Chandrakirti were compared to the sun and the moon.
Sevani said, Pashin Kola, Umetawe Tola, the Devati say. Sama Savan Bangi Tola, Dreseri, Sevani Sigri. That is, she said down to see Tanda Yunguri. That did have a single motor, you know, but then Pavaluru and the water be Mamma Nanjing, Simutrugui, and the Simutrug suit the Laya. Chaja Chimbuki be cheap for Inza, Sinjo Modric, Kedru Dama Parmache, Chelo Juba Manama Chen Yo Inza, Tataringazu Chelo Jubache, Nyache, and Yoche Yunguyo Mari. Tingashe to Guyo Mari, Chanasa Nyato Guyo Mari, Nyao to Soto Sona Nachiri, Tingashe to Guyo Mari. Tashi Ted, Chipiching Zuruchi, Bilbarachi, Salama, son Shejuri.
So when a commentary will be given, then it could be done in many different ways. That one is done in a very elaborate way, and step by step, and another one is done with with experience, and another one was done with sort of explanatory commentary. And so what we are doing now is a type of explanatory commentary that we are receiving on the subject of Mahamudra.
Tandulu, which I just the Domaniel share where the current Domania, the true Tamjaki in Lioroa, Chukan, in a Koranjija Maduba, the Domaniera, Quitingi. There is a college Chimo Sewa, Jonzeka, Resana, Sanje Rangason, and Dotingi Jewule. Chuna Gonja Rajin Chajachi, Sonyor. Chutam Jig Rajin the Chajachimoris. Chutam Jig Rajin, Chutaji Rajin, down over the Chutaji, Demar Madu, Rajin Madu. Ramana Madu, Soto Madu, Tanda Marmadu, Shilu Madu. Atata Madu, the Truba zone, then Zengi on the Kod Kodevare, Maruba the Shanson at the Tigon, the Tabato Goyore, Chazan Raji Madu, the Tony, the Chu Tamjaki, Nelu, Tombani, Chajari, Chajari. Chaja Chimbus away, Chaja Titona, Tombani, the Toson, Ko Govatada Sene, the Tabaco Chimbuto. What is Chimbos meet our Chaja Chimbos, Chachens. So
here Buddha said that in one of the sutras, the king of the concentrative absorption, he said in that sutra, the idea of the emptiness, emptiness itself, sort of covers all the phenomena, whatever exists. It's completely covered, pervaded by the emptiness. and in such that they do not have any entities, do not have any true existence, do not have any independent existence, do not have their own the right to exist from their own side. So in that way that we say that it is mudra. And then the great mudra, the Mahamudra, the Maha is because that through applying one's mind to understand, to achieve the understanding of that selflessness, then through that one can achieve all the bad signs, or all the opposite of the goodness could be defeated or could be eradicated with respect to the existence. And so therefore that is the great seal, the Mahamudra.
다음은 동년에 자제 전부 쓰고야 그러지 전부 인루가 내렸으나 중화지 여러배 오늘 그 잘라서는 전부 써야 돼 초도 고거리 초도 전부 집어리 초도 줄어야 돼 세매거든 전부 초도 세매다 안송요리 와다. So
in other ways that the Maha or the great can also be interpreted as something the most excellent, the most exalted, and something that does not have any limitations.
다 대답에 도만이 될라 봐봐라야 말아서 오면 나라야 리바 몸을 송요래 리바가지 송요래.
So in the Madhyamika school that you find at least the 5 well-known the reasonings being present to establish the emptiness.
리바가지 송 중만부 요래야다 배샤만부 다죠 저바만부 제거래.
So there are many texts on that, on the subject of emptiness, and it is a great topic or great subject for discussion.
다 이내 들레베 벽이 개발소다 줄로제 벽이 말아서 배배 주들라 미달론다제 만다제 뭐요래. So
in the great the presentations of the Tibetan masters, you find the many different names being given with respect to the emptiness. And it is like 18 different groups that you find as different divisions of the school of the Bhavashikas.
예부가니 가래 지기 되라 되는 소소 타변도 더 게리 메더 지기 돌 상스다게 베샤지게 아워중셰게서도 더더기 제버지네 또 마들 중네 제네 제로 메더 다자게 다다면다 노라게 바르도 철로 메더야게 제체네 자베 디시 되노시야 메더진 베디바 메더 조제체소 더바 켈렌체게 메더지 소아 다들라 제세 장쇼 심바다 수주 벤지다 체당 체지다 동다도야 초네 아니 슈다당자다 가는 거 만들어 제바데 배지문도 만들어 싸워 지기는 사지 대마냐지그래 말에서야 면도 송네 야버래 강가 사지 대마 루지 제버 대 제버지기 미대 대버 제버지지 송고 되려 내마 멜람나리야 레가부치리야 레가부 카공 요지리야 미조제게 많이 코인 쓰냐 태태 저버제도 공부바 미제네 고샤당체 미조제부 강걸로베 레가부 요리리 토베 메나 중요리 메나 여버지지 미대 되제 용어요 어디 메나데 샤제 토베 템발 디버조제 저버 중네 한 강걸로 산지 템바냐치 임바디 어디 했다기 오래샤들 다디 메남 노셰제네 어디 소로제 별래야베 다 돈이 샤제 친구들레베 더다 가르셰지 요로메로 미즈부다네 라마지기 지부다 니기 지부다 송기 지부다 가셰그 또바니는 지부다 가셰 라센의 지부다 매 강요요르부다 니베 시라요르 지부요르 양은 자제시모.
So his Honor said after Buddha's passing into Mahaparinirvana, then at the time of the king Kanika, then at that time that there came many different systems within the school of the Bhavashikas, and as such that the different groups of the followers of the Buddha, the monks, they developed their own different ways of reciting the sutras of the Pratimosha, the individual liberation, and also there came certain differences in the way they made the robes of the Dharma, and so as such that finally there came to be 18 different divisions within the school of Vaibhashika system, and then finally there was a big sort of meeting which was attended by a great number of the followers of those 18 different groups over So 17,000. There were 17,000 sort of the arhats, the followers, the bodhisattvas, so met together to discuss the Buddha's teachings, and then they all sort of then agreed that whatever they were doing, that all then were taught by Buddha himself. So there were no sort of dispute or discussion that was left like that. And then later there was a king called Titi, King Titi, that was at the time of Buddha Kashyap. And then he had a dream one night, and in that there were huge white cloth is being pulled to every direction by 18 different people. And then each got a little piece on their hand, so this huge cloth was completely sort of torn apart. And then that was an indication later when the teaching of the Buddha Sakyamuni then was propagated, and then there will be 18 different divisions within the Vaibhashikas, and each sort of then representing the Buddha's teachings. So that was an indication of that. And then in Tibet it's only said that we have the teaching of the Buddha there, and particularly that we have the system of learning and practicing this great Mahamudra, the great seal. And then you find the Tibetan masters, many of them have given different names. Some of them are very high-sounding names to the practice of Mahamudra, and giving sort of this partly given these names from their own realizations, what they have gained by this particular practice.
Melaribe Loma Temadzik so the Gambori. Gambogal Henji Chijuri Sumarua. Melaribe means with Iomari. The Anajil Henji Chijur Shadow, Guma Shadow, Maden Runyu Shadow, Runyu Yigishima singer, Shije Gutruta, Joyu Gutruta, Shije Seadi, Pechu Shije the Joyu Halam, Tashije Gutruta Seadi, Tadeyo the Madame him. The Domin has already showed you how to tell it and meet our Joy was a Jodong as we get it. Zoshem was Giori, Tachu Zovachimbo. Omen Tachi said, Tachi Chishum Miori. Tenegi Mimabutayo, that Mimabutayo, and Tonayani, Kavasuki, Chen, but she don't Yawaji Chayon, Tonachigo Yungori. Some Domani Shada Yimbari. That means the Zibuta Sarche. And Pashu Pui Masimbache, Lame Mitaba Lume Hamago, and you know, the Pashu Pui Masin, the Gari Mashendanga, Yung Sigri, Mato Jim, Kebes from Shayinza, Yabushada Ingri.
So what happened is that sometimes it happened that the names given to the different teachings, then that what sort of the master has given as a name to the teaching, then you find the names given to that teaching by his disciples are even more sort of sound even more profound, and this was the case was the case of Tapo or the Gambova, who was the disciple of Mila, and Mila did not give any particular names to the teaching, but his disciple gave very good names, such as like the one that brings instant the innate bliss or something like that. So very high sounding names. And then there was another name that was the great pacifier, also reference to the Mahamudra, And then so this was the name of this was being based on the mantra which completely pacifies all type of sufferings. And then you find in the Tibetan sources many commentaries or many presentations on the generation stage, and then the presentation or the commentaries on the viewpoints of the Madhyamika school. And if you would then make a study of all these different commentaries, ultimately you find this all then refer to the one subject, one single subject, which is emptiness. But then sometimes one can get sort of confused because there are so many different terms are being used to present one single subject.
Tadela Chuguchita Yomar Jidure, that Suju Duge, ready in a Simtown, Chigche, number Tobata Niche, Simjin Hova de Sim Kurton. That one second similar Nashi so true. Toba de la, Nibertoba, Nero, Garsere, Toba Jina, Toba Risum. Noa de la ta, young Noa Shedamina Mamuyor, Tendeki Tono, Mudranangi Oimere. Takarina Mamu and the Shet Famidu, Shea Kangolo.
So the
Moji of the Shilani, Chanel Hatoni.
So it was said that the that what comes as innate sort of as innate understanding to the mind. So that is that was said to be the actual Dhammakaya, and whatever conception that arises in one state of mind are the conceptions coming from that state of Dhammakaya. So actually that all these different stages relate to the basic state, that one is not fully enlightened, but one is referring to the ordinary type of state of mind and the ordinary type of conception which arise within one state of mind. And then when we come to learn all these different things precisely, then there come this division of the 6 different consciousness, and then 3 different apprehensions and many different appearances which occur to one's mind.
Gauma the Kedu Chumunju Kasui. Tam Hamachi Ji Yadever Shada Yore, Lamasu Mudrodon. Nila Monro Ramba Namsum. Muji Junji Rangju, Devokusun Rang Sharis Chatinitum Yor. Shambakaju Dambezo de la Neguchuru in Sumare. Neguchuru Siade, Ishi Kanuma Negumakuchure. Neguchuru ge Tanaru Churuni Halam Davuyore. Nengu Masiade Narubeko ge Ishi Karma, Iju Memuchire, Mere, Ishi Karma Chire, Neguchu, Telechu, Truyor, Neguchu said Tomo Lanjan Mondo Siade, Naruchuru Leore, Neguchuru Leore, Julu Chadan Randu Siache, Melam near Churang Sang Siache, Vese Marie Mercesia, Poa Magon Sanje. Padu Java Lungu Sjore. Mindu Stavare. Minda Amado Magun Sanjil Jachide Kayu, Yamariti, in a Mindagurico, Zibutaguri. Neguchu Jure. Government saw the Chu Druganon, who said to the investor. Marazo Naruchu and saw the Tomo Consideri, Zidendo did it. Tadana Yangade said Tabu Jubogi, Tabu Juba Solaya.
So then there was another source which is has the name the Kauma, that is the cow is like an amulet, and that was transmitted by great
Kedu chumbu kasure sonshan
great master Kedu Chumbo Nanjo, a very great master, and then there was another transmission of the there was another transmission by Shambhakaju, and this is what we call the 6 yogas of Niguma, and Niguma was a Dakini at the time of great master Naropa. And so the 6 yogas of that Dakini were the first one is the Tumo, the psychic heat, and then second one is the illusory body, and the dream, and then clear light, and then the consciousness transference, and then the transformation of oneself into the Buddha in the Pada period, in the intermediate state, and then, but they consider the clear light to be the main factor of the 6. And at the 6 yogas of Naropa, you find the emphasis being made on the psychic heat, the development of psychic heat.
Chumbananjo singandi jisa pembu nalari, ri chungri, jasan ri gimingri. Jagala pen badin shawari onshulu tubari. Jase midwa chimbulu tubari. Tsu pelu lo sani ay menga lede ba su jege, rushin raula chimbu pelu tsu pewari. Tendekibe inju shambaka juga thoma chiri. So
this great master Chumbananjo, he was born in the Pambu Valley of Tibet, and then but the name Chung that comes from his race, the family, and so he met many great masters, the Indian masters, such as like the Shavari and the great master Maitrepa and Rahula. So he received a lot of teachings from those different masters.
Shambhakaju Siyatila Tenema Lamabe Betemba Jacham Shibama Jundadi Bejibutamba Chetu Pava Lama Homa Pamadi in the Dunjun Shivuji Shambhari Shenau Dun Seri.
So in the Shambhakaju line, you find that there were 7 great masters who had appeared just in one line, one after the other.
That is a Shambhakaju Gimema Kashi. Trujin low Mazda. Yaman Naka Nejo by Chimbode, and Tunga Chimbodi Yor. Kashetanda, Akaju Kasheli Yor, Kangali Memisha.
So some of the teachings of that line then came to Jerumbache from his master Nyamen Nonke Nanjo Bachembo, the great master.
다 샴바가지고 담배 쏘데 내고 추루 가랑설에 고래 야버제는 내고 추루제야.
So the main teaching of that subsection of Kaju, the Shambhakaju, is the 6 yogas of Niguma.
나den 시야데 다보가지고 그래. 대야부 시다요래.
And then there were the 5 doctrines transmitted by a subdivision of Kaju. We call it Tapu Kaju.
Jiden Gumbe Guruji Nagaden Teleya Jangshu Simji Tapu La Jinpenji Juto Machena Chong Lami Urchi Minjue Singhundu de la Neden Sonyore Gundu Tigre Jangshu Simreti Jangshu Sing Dashan Daju Yabuji Don the Geraji Majana Chondo Chue Ming Seri. Oh yeah.
So His Honor said one of the great masters of that line there was Jiten Gombo, the great lord of the world. He said that without the ability to develop the power of Bodhicitta, then there's no way to bring great achievements.
Rali Lagu Jevula, Jurmeji Tensa Mazena, Country Kurma Mendoe, Louis Yidam Hala Nete Jis, Rangulu Hagumba, the Temple Chirin Temple Yabuja Majuna, Jevo Temple Mena, Bangabu Kogumare. Taganaje, Randu Yidan Hakuya, Tikuaji Temple, Chirin Temple Jimena, but then such a same Matona, Kandu Kogumare, Mada Kadu Tendan do Yagibe, Kadu Modu Yumare, things that
The second point was that one has to be careful to develop the proper the steadiness or the stability of transforming one's body into the deity, and otherwise then there's no possibility to receive the assistance of the deities for the spiritual development.
Yeah. Tachibare no guya shadare no lama kuji kangri lama guji nima mashana chenlo ji chujo minjungwe sim mugun de la neden zeus lama kuji kangri la ni mugu be teba yabu cheni majeni chenlo yungwe mare suzu lama yabu ji madena lama kangri robore kangri la nima mashana kangri shoni chute ragiyo mare shuro chigiyo mare sa lama kuji kangri la Moguji Nima Mashana, Chelo Chuyo Mijo, Sim Mogu de la Nedenzu, Lama Shinya Sujan to Tango, Lama Tensu, Songje.
So the third one is the third point is the practice of Guru devotion, and this is done with the example of a snow mountain. If the light of the sun doesn't strike on the snow mountain, then there's no way to get in the water from the coming from the snow mountains. And so in a similar way, that by directing one's mind with full devotion and faith and confidence to the spiritual master in such a way that one, in order to get blessings, that one needs to practice the Guru devotion in proper way.
Chenyi je zakar mejawi sim medo de la neden zeus da tonye gongju se medo bo gongya dire.
And then the next one is that one has to be even more precise with respect to the meditation of the emptiness.
Choni ji yejin no bo la molong ji chidur ma je na gundo ji chile menjong we ji ho de la neden zeus choni ya bo sa cho sa je wo ka ba do be 제부 제대지요 뭐 소사고리데 고 야부지 마제 나 기와데 고 야부지 고모노 야부지 카마주나 아니 엔디레 트레게 제부디 용고요 말이 제가 고모노 제바디 지그리 나가마 개치와 샤다레 누고.
The last one is that one has to engage in the ways of accumulating merit and to purify oneself, and sort of not sitting all the time comfortably in great leisure, that otherwise that it will have no fruit. And then one has to engage in the practice of dedication. Without that, there could not be any proper results.
Yeah, ta gaju tabu gaju go lu sure ya, changshu sim go gundu ji che, jirin tembo go gundu ni che, lama lama go tembo go gundu sung che, sim la na do na do ne ge dong nie gong gu du ji che ngo mo no bi jin de ya bu che gu gu du so mo nga bu de ta ka ta jin do nga zu la ka re do ta go re ti ma ha cha ne ka ri chong gu do chong wa de de ga nga chi ni sha sam go re ma chong wa da ji che wa sam go re.
So his Holiness said, we have thus we have seen in the teachings of those schools that first one is the development of bodhicitta, and then the second one is the developing the stability with the meditations on the generation stage, and then third one is the practice of Guru devotion, and the fourth one was the meditation on emptiness, and the fifth one is the practice of dedication. And so now we should see that whether we have all of them or just partly. So whatever is missing, then we should try to make it sort of complete, make it present within us.
Da na je nugo zomba jeri ya kaju nugo zomba jeri ge chue de la yang la loma che dang de la o che xian je runyong ko ru chu ri chu to nyang so len jin dong ba yin se ri chu su de me ri le de be ka le je ne ri chu le ri la gong je de ya ge che ri ting ho la runyong ko ru dong chu je ge che gu chu je de ka re se ne chu je ge che xian je de ka re se ne la me ko song ji chi se xin ye de su re chang ni ji chi se chang ni ji chang shu se re sang ju do gong ji chi se da sang wei jue ba se sang a bi jue ba re sang a bi jue ba jue ne du ru je ne gong je ji re runyong ko ru ge chi se runyong se de chu je runyong du je lu da runyong ka she yo ren ji de chu je bang ya da de le re nam do lang chi ji chi niu mu lang chi ji chi na sa lang chi ji se zu ma zu de re o niu mu ji ne be jing ge lang du che we Diva, Dajinaji Guni, Jenga Junction Land Jo Shadari, Namto Lanche, Numo Lanche, Nasa Lanche, Land Lanche, Siakanga, or the Runuko Truganandri.
So the one of the other masters, Tsambajare, also so he was also a master of Kagyu tradition, and he taught many doctrines, and such as there were 8 doctrines of this great master. The first point is again the practice of Guru devotion, and the second one was the developing compassion and bodhicitta, the enlightened state of mind, and then the third one was the proper conduct within the practice of the secret mantra, and the other one is the abandoning 8 worldly principles, and then the transforming the unfavorable circumstances into the practice, such as that one exchanges one's own position with that of the others, so in such a way that one goes through the training of the mind. So Isona says that when we look at those different points, then we see that we need all of them. There's nothing to exclude, and we need all of this completely. And at the same time that we should be able to transform the most unfavorable circumstance into practice. So when we have sufferings, we should be able to transform it into practice, or when we have sickness, or when we are disturbed by certain conceptions, or when we have different afflictive emotions arising within the state of mind, we should be able to transform them into favorable circumstance of the practice.
Tana simge tinge nelu tuba nyengo inza nangdo za be teni regur ken anje cheni be nangdo ji bebe jo sha de tuba chi yore ma do simge nelu be nangdo ji yo de simge ngol tane goya de la shene lu ya ge to chi yo imra ta de haya go ko men do de tene chi yo ta musu chulu ra no su su ge kechare kecha kanga she wo de jiba shada chi gome shada chi 거기 주야부래 내 주야부 인생에 로부터 시해주면 되거다. 주된 나다 제로제는 수요 주인의 야구요래. 마다바 제는 주바 주행의 제대로 주디 거래 이는 아삼요래.
So
this is all no입니다.
His Honor said the proper way to meditate on emptiness is when it is presented, explained in the context of the Lamrim, by using the 5 different reasonings, and especially the reasoning of establishing the emptiness, establishing by one, neither by one nor by many. So that is one of the most effective means of applying that reasoning to eradicate the self identity of the phenomenon. And then, but when you hear from many different sources, like the presentations of different schools, then that we find all of these are very effective and well presented, and there's no need for us to be discriminative, such as saying that this is my doctrine or this is his doctrine. So there's no need to make this sort of discriminations.
Tipöla Zuhin Patambari, Patamba Jagan Zupe, Nipola, Shijig Ruta Sun, Shijig Shu Sunsa Melari Vata Jeduri. Konanimani Toba Nyambari, Tatigi Gaja the Sani Shui.
And then today that
Oh yeah.
His Holiness already had referred to one tradition, the one tradition as specifying tradition. So that was started by Great Master Patamba, who had visited Tibet at the time of Great Master Milarepa. And so it was from this time that we had this practice of Chu, or this practice of the cutting off the bondage of the grasping. So all of these points will be explained the next day.
That in the Namrang the Shutonani, that Lutambu, Tanda Dulu, Tony Shevala, Namrang the Jedi Shea Chigre, that Gundu Nibu Chana, the Tato ne Gumba Chulu, don't go to the Tao Chulu Chani, Luni Yori, the Nikari Chani and the Kentiri. Shivalaki, Shenero to them will have Ladon Numo Namajuba Shij and Thomas Sheneze Jasun Yordan, or to Sukot Sheni, in a Shela Gungumare, Shela Chigia Mare, Shene Ladon Gunken to Javanu, Tanu, Chi, you are making you go or whatever. In a shame word, Tabasha and the Chile.
His Honor said so there are two possible ways with respect to this subject Mahamudra. One is to seek the meditation by way of the view, and the other one is to seek the view by way of meditation. And for both cases there's the need to develop calm abiding of the mind and the special insight. But His Honor thinks that very few that who actually would engage in this type of meditation to achieve calm abiding and insight.
That's Sani Shugure, Sani Kare, Nani was Sakare. Pas Pu, Terikare, Labare, Sani Pu, Pasan Pemba Nila Sagure, Pemba Gogi, Memisha. Tata Tombani Gunsu Shushan and Digging Rosan in and in all Yoga to Shunamatu Rigumari, teacher. And then teach you the Caressa. Sitamani. Then then Allah, Terry Namran Shea, the Trangara Vijani, Lucido, the Muzzy Janata. The Shijegi, Nara Sikashile Yomari. Show you the Rishegumari.
So it's already there's a reference to this tradition of the pacification. Tradition started by Patamba. So this His Honours will not explain in an elaborate way, because there's going to be an initiation and commentary on that practice later. So therefore at that time that he would like to explain that in a more elaborate way.
This one. Dagi Jinyan Sabe Chabara Jizon Losan Daba Yetembe Nimbo Seji Shindo